When you hear the words crystal embedded skin, long sticky tongue, 360-degree eyesight, camouflage, you may be thinking of some kind of monster. But actually, I'm just talking about chameleons. My name is Megan El Najami. I'm a student from Valencia College, and I did a research on reliable sources to make an informative speech about chameleons. Now, you may be asking, why chameleons? Well, don't we all love animals? I mean, we've all had a pet or have a pet, and not many people know much about chameleons, so why not learn a little bit more about them today? In this speech, we are going to talk about their eyesight, chameleons' eyesight, their origin, how many species there are, how they change color, and why they change color. Now that we know a little bit more about what we're going to talk about today, let's move on to our first main point, their 360-degree eyesight. Now, chameleons have a unique 360-degree eyesight, which is very rare compared to all of the animals in the animal kingdom. So, according to the Central Florida Zoo in 2020, chameleons have eyes that move independently from each other, allowing the chameleon the ability to detect prey and their predator at the same time. Also, according to AskNature.org from the Biomimicry Institute, chameleons have two types of vision, monocular and binocular. For example, if a chameleon is looking for their prey and also looking out for a predator, they'd use their monocular vision. That means focusing one eye on something and the other on another one. And when they do that, they see things in a 2D type vision. When they find their prey and they focus both their eyes on it, that's called binocular vision, and they see things more in a 3D type way, and that way they can focus on the distance of where their prey is and catch it more easily. Now that we've learned a little bit more about their fascinating eyesight, let's move on to their origin. Chameleons, there are many species of chameleons, and they all originate around the same area. So according to a study in 2001 by Laurie Witt, a research professor from George Lynn Cross and a curator emeritus from the Sam Noble, Oklahoma Museum of the Natural History at the University of Oklahoma, chameleons, there are more than 150 species of chameleons. And the additional ones aren't even named yet. There are also half of the species occur only in Madagascar, whereas the other half are found mostly in sub-Saharan Africa. Chameleons, you could find them mostly in rainforest and warm, humid areas. Now that we know more about their origin and how many species there are, we can move on to our next slide, which is how they change color. Now, many people don't know how chameleons change color. Well, it may be hard to believe, but chameleons have crystal embedded skin that helps them change color. They have crystals in their skin cells. These photonic crystals help them actively change color. According to a study done at Switzerland's University of Geneva in 2015, chameleons have two layers of cells that change different tones to mix and form a color. Also, according to the National Geographic article by Nadia Drake in 2015, only adult male panthers, chameleons, have fully developed their upper layer of cells called iridophores. In order to mix colors, chameleons would change the bottom skin tone to yellow, green, or orange, and in that way they will also change some spotted areas to red, green, blue, and that way they show their different and vibrant colors. Now that we've learned how they change color with their crystals embedded in their skin, we can learn on why they change color. Now, many people think that chameleons only do it to camouflage from predators, but actually that is not the only reason. According to the National Geographic article written by Benji Jones in 2018, chameleons can change color to show dominance. Now, if a chameleon encounters another one in their territory and they begin to fight, they show their most vibrant and brightest colors to show their strength. The chameleon that loses often has more dim colors and they are smaller in size, and to show that they've lost, they turn into a brown-green color and leave. Also, chameleons change color to express their emotions. If a male chameleon is looking for a female chameleon in order to court her during their courtship, they turn into their most vibrant, brightest colors, and the female chameleon answers them with also by changing their skin tone. If they do not want to be with that chameleon, or they already have eggs, or they're not available, then they'll turn into brown, green tones and stay as far away as possible from the male chameleon. So now we've learned why they change color. This is a lot of new things that we've learned today. 360-degree eyesight, that they originate from Madagascar, their crystal embedded skin, and that they don't only change color for camouflage. That is a lot of things that we've learned about chameleons today. So, in conclusion, I am going to share with you an interesting fact that I learned about chameleons. I would like to share with you that according to the IUCN Red List of 2019, 35% of chameleons are threatened with extinction. So please, let's all be mindful and take care of our environment, because now we learned all about chameleons. We don't want them extinct now, do we? So these are my references. That's all for now. Hopefully you learned more about chameleons, and if you ever encounter one, don't be scared. They're not monsters. They're just cute little reptiles.